Hey guys, this is Fuberduge, and now we have part 4 of Menasor. This is obviously Dragstrip. And I have to make a correction from my last review. I said that I only know what kind of car Breakdown is. Well, that's not entirely true. I knew that he was a Formula 1 race car. And I also know that Motormaster was a semi-truck. So, here is Dragstrip, and I think out of all of them, his vehicle mode I like the most. So, he obviously is a Formula 1 race car, so he can roll fairly well. And, he's like the only one that could actually fit a Lego person in there. And actually, I do have a little Lego guy, the Joker. Not related whatsoever, but he can drive Dragstrip. So there we have that. That was pretty easy, though, because his seat's on the outside. So I kind of had to put a seat there. But for a size comparison, he is with Knockout. He's about 2/3 the size of him. So there's that. Here he is with Hot Rod. A bit bigger. He's a bit bigger than Knockout. So there's him. And because I've done this with every single video, I have to do it again. Here is Skywarp, and Skywarp still beats him. I think in mass too. And one thing I also did just for nostalgia's sake, I brought out my Masterpiece Rumble, and yes, you can fit him on there, just like in the episode where they made the Stunticons. So, to transform him, what you want to do first is just kind of hold him up like this. His legs can already come apart. Unfortunately, I didn't have any more pieces to peg his legs into place, but luckily the joints are stiff enough to where they just stay. So, you just flip those apart, and you flip apart his arms, and then I have to raise my camera so you can see what I'm doing. Coming around to the back here, this is already doing it without me, but you want to rotate these wheels, and then you can fold this down to lock everything into place. And last but not least, you flip up his head. And there is Dragstrip. And, yeah, like I said, I always thought that his vehicle mode was the best out of all of them. I think that his robot mode is probably the poorest out of all my Stunticons, but it's not too terribly bad. He does come with a weapon, and he can hold it in either hand, as you can see, but since I'm right-handed, I'm going to put it in his right hand. And, yeah, there's his weapon. So, for a size comparison, since I did these two, I have to do these in every single one, but here is Prowl. They're actually about the same size. So, he's quite a bit bigger than the other guys, and I'll show that off here in a second. But first, I have to get Prime in here. Get some official figures. So there is Optimus Prime. Obviously still bigger. Taking him off. And here he is with the rest of the team. Here's Breakdown. I'll move him over here so I can fit them all in shot. There's Wild Rider, and here is Dead End. Pretty good looking team. He's quite a bit bigger than the rest of them, but I'm actually not too upset about that because it kind of fits his personality. Speaking of which, these guys all have really weird personalities, which I'll get into in my Menasor review. But first, before that, we have to get Motormaster in here. So, yeah, there they all are. Really good looking. All the little cars that make up Menasor are complete. So setting those guys off to the side. Yeah, I'm really excited to put Menasor up on the web, but before I do that, I have to put this on the web, obviously, which I haven't done at the recording of this video. But anyway, this is Fuberduge. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, one thing I did forget to do, which I have forgotten to do in the past, articulation. His legs can obviously move in and out. He can rotate here. He can kick you. He can move his leg backwards. He can move his hand up like that. He can rotate. It can't really rotate very far, but it can rotate. So, like that. And his head can bob up and down. So there's that. There's the articulation. Now we're done. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This is Fuberduge. Check out some of my, or if you missed any of the other Stunticon vids, I'll post them in the description. So, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Keep playing, guys.